I mean, you can look, but do not touch. That's what basically the ... mean. We was raised on that. So God took me today to 2 Samuel 11 and 12. And for those of you who know, yes, that is David and Bathsheba. So I'm reading this, and that's the thing to get me. A lot of people be slipping on the Bible. I'm telling you, a lot of people be slipping. But I be reading the Bible like, what? They did that? Oh my God, what? You know, because everybody has this misconception that you have to be perfect before the eyes of God. You know, yes, it's desired of God that we live an awesome life, but that you have to be perfect. But read about some of them jokers in the Bible. They was not perfect, you know. But God teaches us in his word how we can come back to him and, you know, get things right. However, so that's good old David and Bathsheba. Let's talk about them. So I'm going to paraphrase the story real quick. You got old David, you know, he was walking on the rooftops and everything. King David looked over. Who is that? He done seen Bathsheba, right? While she taking a bath on the rooftop. I don't know how that was back in the day, but I don't know if I could have did that, but whatever. And how fine she was, okay? So then he turns around. He asks his folks, hey, go get some information about her. Who is that? They came back and told him, that is Uriah the Hittite's wife. Oh, okay, well, send for her. He done sent for her. He done slept with her. She done sent word back that she pregnant. Okay, the king. Now, you done asked who this woman was. You done heard that she married. You still gonna send for her and sleep with her. So let me keep on going. So then you feeling some kind of way because, you know, you done slept with this woman and got her pregnant. So you trying to pass the baby off as her husband's. Pull this man from battle, trying to get him drunk and everything else to go sleep with his wife. You know, and then when that didn't happen because he was so loyal to the king and his fellow battle buddies in war, then he turns around and get the man killed. And then he go marry the wife after she finished, you know, Bathsheba, marry the wife, and then turn around and God, you know, punished him. So the baby, the son that, you know, she bore died. Saying all that to say it's a whole bunch of scenarios in there. A lot of people like to say the phrase, you can look, but long as you don't touch, you good. I'm going to say this right here. If you got a problem when you looking, you ain't got no business looking. Forget the touch. Let's not even go to that. You ain't even got no business looking. You know, this man is messing with somebody's wife and whatever the case may be. So I cannot entirely going on King David because I'm thinking about, you know, the radio station and the show, The War Against Men, because Bathsheba was wrong too. She ain't had no business. I don't give a dog if he was the king. Your man is at battle, but you sitting up here trying to sleep and be all knocked up by the king or whatnot. I'm not trying to be judgmental. What I'm saying is, we need to recognize, number one, I was thinking about this. You have a lot of wives. Men are lookers. They meaning not that they just be out looking. No. Men are the ones that they're attracted in the physical sense. So wives, if we marry you a wife, even if you're not a wife and you plan to be married or whatever the case may be, come on, we need to keep ourselves up. Can we do that? You know, I seen, and I've had to mature into where I am right now, but I've seen some women, you look like you're going to battle. You look like when you walking out with your husband, it's nobody, you should be singing, nobody knows the trouble I see. I'm gonna need us to get that together. When we walk out with our husbands, and husbands, it's the same way. Don't be looking like, you just escaped from jail. I'm gonna need you to represent God and represent your wife. Same thing. We have a lot of people who say, well, men, well, my wife, you know, she got to doing this and this and this. No, it's both of our responsibility as husbands and wives to work 100% each, not 50-50, 100-100. You bring 100, Miss King, I bring 100. That's what we do, you know. But at the same token, when the enemy sends them good old weeds our way, we need to be prepared to shut that thing down. Because I know, I'm going to be honest with you, you know, I have an attractive husband. I don't play about my husband. Everybody know that. Everybody know me, know that. Me and God got this understanding. I don't play about my husband. I don't play. You know, it's okay to say the brother look nice. Howsoever, when you cross that boundary, when you on that Jezebel spirit, then yeah, we got some issues. When and if somebody try to even attempt to look my way, and I told my husband, I said, yeah, you got the ring size you got, so people can see from across the room I'm married. But when they attempt to look my way, I shut that thing down. Shut it down. That's what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? As husbands and wives, in order to keep that marriage, the two become one, we're one. So, husbands, if you don't want nobody hollering at your wife, or looking at your wife, or women that Jezebels is trying to come your way, shut that thing down. You hear me? Wives, that's the same thing. And see, so now you got Bathsheba, she's sitting up here pregnant and all this other stuff. See, what we don't want to really deal with, and somebody, Steve said it yesterday on the radio show when we was on with him yesterday. A lot of people don't like to dig into the word because they don't want the word to show them, and I'm going to paraphrase what he said, they nasty selves. We don't want to look into the word. What we want to do is try to make that thing right and move on to the next story of our life. No, we need to stop and get that thing right. So husbands and wives, it need to be tight and right. You hear me? Because I know I am Mrs. King. I know I am his wife. He knows he's my husband. But at the same token, if you got an issue with looking to where it's going to lead to where you want to touch, you need not to look. So I just want to drop them little, tidbits. That's what God put on my heart on this morning. And I will be unavailable on Thursday and Friday. So let's go ahead and marinate on this. Look but don't touch. And if you can't look without touching, then don't look. So continue. I encourage you to get into the word. You all have a blessed day.